and then we got Robert F. Kennedy, who he's been. I don't know how I feel about his foreign policy, you know. But I feel like Israel, he's one of the strongest candidates at the moment.
I think he is, but like it's kind of disappointing though, because like he is pretty intellectual when it comes to everything else, and it's crazy that he doesn't have that same view on Israel, bro. Because come on, like you cannot defend it.
Yeah, I guess his argument was that they're the only democracy over there.
But like that's not even
that's not even valid, bro.
I used to say that too, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not even valid, bro. If they committing human rights violations and all this shit.
I think before going on that trip,
you can't call yourself a democracy and be doing that to a population. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what the U.S. does too.
I mean, I was sympathetic, bro, and that was always like the argument that I would use too when like people will like
ask me about
Israel, and I kind of used to justify it.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, once I went to that trip and then I saw like with my eyes the differences when it comes to like the standard of living.
Also, when you had went during college, like you fucking.
I was more sympathetic to the Jewish cause. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Especially, I mean, just growing up in the church, bro. Like, of course, like you have to be sympathetic to the people of Israel, you know. And then, even when I was there too, bro, I was still sympathetic to the Israel cause, you know.
I feel like I've always been on the Palestinian side.
You realize that, like, the type of like standard of living that each group has, and then like weird shit like that Israel enforces in their law. Like when we had like a group meeting with like soldiers or people that served in the Israeli army.
Or doesn't every citizen have to?
No, that's the craziest thing.
No? That's a misconception?
Only like if you're like Jewish, like a Jewish Israelite, you have to serve. If you're a Arab Israelite, like a Palestinian Israelite, but with like Israel's citizenship, you don't have to. That's a choice. That's kind of weird, right?
Okay.
And like if you're an Israelite, you cannot go into the West Bank. Like you're prohibited from going. But obviously, you do have settlements in the West Bank. You know what I'm saying? So like one of our tour guides was not able to go into the West Bank when we went to the West Bank and like visit some cities,
right?
Because he was Jewish.
It's an apartheid. They're in their fucking Jim Crow era. That's crazy.
And like you see
some
it, bro.
Jim Crow laws, bro. Second-hand citizens. And honestly, that has been the most like sought after thing when it comes to censorship, bro. Is talking bad about Israel, or not talking bad, telling the truth about what's going on over there. That's when people get canceled, they go after them. They come for all their shit. That's how they came after the Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's how they came. Who was the other fool? Mark Lamont Hill got fired from CNN for saying some shit.
Yeah.
Cornel West lost his tenure from Harvard for talking about
something like that.
Palestine. It's crazy, bro. They have a lot of influence, and that's like one of those things that they be censoring people for the most. I feel like.
Yeah, having like criticism of Israel, bro.
Right.
Like in any way, it's like really taboo. You know what I'm saying? To talk about Israel in a bad way. But it's like even crazier, bro, the type of like devotion like a lot of Americans have, bro, with Israel. Like, what the fuck does Israel have to do with us, bro? Honestly, like legit. We're not like, sympathetic.
Who do you think it means more to? Jewish people or Christian?
Christian, especially
because that's where Jesus was born.
The fundamental, because they see that as a promise. They see Israel and like Israel politics as like the fulfillment, like the prophecy, the second coming of Jesus. You know, like the Jewish people returning to their land.
Right. This is prophecy. This was wrote about.
You know what is crazy though? Like the majority of denominations, like the
Israelites,
the Christian denomination, they see the Jewish people as something important that is going to happen, but at the same time, because the Jewish people are going to believe on the Antichrist, that's where they're going to put their faith. It's believed that a lot of Jewish people will ultimately pay the price for doing that. The only way that they can like really repent and like say sorry is by being persecuted, and like I guess like their heads are gonna have to be chopped off, so they're gonna be prosecuted.
Damn. Damn.
You still want this? I'm gonna kill this. Yeah. All of that shit is really interesting, bro. When you read about like the prophecy of the end of times, like religions, America's role, it's crazy. It feels like it's kind of true. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When like the book talks about like Babylon falling, we are Babylon. Right now, we are the fucking most powerful empire right now, and they all tend to fall. And it's crazy how the Jewish people always play an important role when big empires fall. You know what
so I'm you saying? Think the Bible is basically about empires?
Well, yeah, I mean
the cycle of humanity.
It talks about empires. It talks
a new empire rises, it falls. A new empire rises, it falls.
Antichrists.
There's always an antichrist and a messiah in each of those.
There's always prophets that like, talk about like the evils of people, and they're sidelined. You know, they're not believed. You know, they're criticized.
Well, I think like it shows a lot that the most revolutionary people, especially in the U.S., are the most religious. You think about
they
Martin Luther King,
spiritual, yeah.
Even Malcolm X, both religious. You know, very religious. That's where they get their like I don't know, morality. I don't know.
But, well, yeah, I feel like disciplines. You know,
I think it means something that like revolutionary figures are usually like deeply religious, bro. I feel like that means something, you know. That's what creates.
That's where they get like their
like profits and shit, bro.
What like their
strength to change the world, bro. Real shit. God.